So, iShowSpeed has become famous for trotting all around the world, going to every country, every place. He's jumping over Lamborghinis, he's ziplining, he's flying through the air. This guy, I said it before, I feel like iShowSpeed is like the Forrest Gump of the modern day culture. This guy is literally sprinting all around the world. He running into every single person you could possibly meet, all the most famous people, the most respected people, the politicians, the footballers, the president. Everybody is rocking with iShowSpeed, okay? And apparently, he is currently in sunny Los Angeles, okay? I'm a bit jealous, my man, all right? He is living it up, okay? He is surrounded by some serious people, and he linked up with the red bandana rocking legend himself, YG, okay? He was riding around LA in a drop top with YG, doing his thing, and at certain point, for some odd reason, okay, somebody decided that this moment, while he was literally in motion in traffic, to lace him up with with a gift pack from That's an Awful Lot of Cough Syrup. Now, shout out to Desto Dub, man. I rock with Awful Lot of Cough Syrup. Okay, that is a legendary LA brand. Okay, but it looks like something got lost in translation, because I ain't gonna lie. All right, they blessed iShowSpeed in motion in traffic with the Awful Lot of Cough Syrup bag, and it looked like YG wasn't rocking with it, man. Okay, YG wasn't rocking with it. I don't know if he was being defensive for iShowSpeed, or if there was something more nefarious going on behind the scenes. I'll break it down for you, but let's take a little look at what went down with iShowSpeed and YG. Okay.
The fuck is that? What the hell was that? The hell? What the fuck?
No, it's all good.
It's LA. That's normal LA behavior. The fuck is that?
So look, YG clearly wasn't feeling it, all right? Now, on the one hand, it looks like he was kind of, looking out for speed, trying to be a security. Now, YG is a real tough guy, okay? And if you didn't notice, all right, he threw that Awful Lot of Cough Syrup bag out there, but them socks stuck to him like glue, man. He couldn't get rid of them Awful Lot of Cough Syrup socks, man. I got some Awful Lot of Cough Syrup socks. Them bitches is fire. But look, all right? He threw the bag out, but the socks made it, right? See this purple bag here? Look at this, right? He says, hell no, let me throw that out of here. But look at the socks. The socks done made it into the whip, man. There's some legendary socks right there, okay? But look, all right, the situation with YG is very complicated, okay? It's not just that he's trying to protect iShowSpeed, okay? Awful Lot of Cough Syrup has a very deep history in the LA music culture, in the LA street culture. Okay, if you didn't know, one of the most famous people who rocks Awful Lot of Cough Syrup is, of course, Drakeo the Ruler. Drakeo and his brother Ralphie have infamously rapped about and rocked Awful Lot of Cough Syrup. They've even got a song with Ketchy the Great and Desto Dub and Rio the Young OG and RMC Mike called Awful Lot of, all right? The whole thing is a tribute to the brand, okay? It's an awful lot of guns in the coop. It's an awful lot of mud in the booth. That's an awful lot of slugs from our shoot. It's hard, man. All right, this hard. Awful Lot of Cough Syrup is this legendary brand, but Drakeo the Ruler, one of the biggest guys flying the flag. And if you didn't know, Drakeo and YG have had an extremely dark, long-running beef. And I covered this in a 2-hour, I think it was 2 hours, maybe it was more than 2 hours, video on my channel a couple of years ago, okay? Drakeo the Ruler, he been one of my favorite LA artists for a long time, okay? But the beef with YG, unfortunately, might well be a big reason, part of the reason why he lost his life. Now, I did this whole documentary, 2 hours long, The Life and Death of Drakeo the Ruler, and in this video, I break down the whole backstory between Drakeo and his crew, the Stink Team, who are allegedly affiliated with the Crips, and, a bunch of Crip members that joined this group, the Stink Team, that allegedly was robbing and burglarizing houses in the LA area. All right, I'm not condoning those activities, but they were legendary for doing those robberies. I'm not saying robberies are legendary, but I'm saying legend has it, all across LA, you did not want to get a knock on the door from these fools, okay, or a knock on the window at that, all right? But as you can see, YG's in the thumbnail there alongside Munchie B. Okay, these guys they be rocking red, man. It's a blood thing, all right? It's a blood thing. So this beef has been long running, okay, and it's possible that the reason that YG felt so disrespected by somebody busting the awful lot of cough syrup merch tote bag into the car is because of the long-running and deadly beef between these two groups. Now, you can go and watch this. You can go and check this out in your own time. But the really sad thing about this is that a young man by the name of Red Bull actually lost his life in the midst of this beef. And Drakeo, he had to fight for his life at trial to try not to, you know, go down with the guys that allegedly did the murder. Now, a young guy called Kells ended up going down for the murder. Drakeo fought for his freedom for years and finally got out. But this is Red Bull here on the left, and he unfortunately lost his life. But one of the craziest things was that when Drakeo actually got back out of jail, he was clearly very affected by his time in jail. He was still really dissing all of the ops. He was disrespecting all of the ops non-stop. He was clearly very affected by that time that he spent inside. And unfortunately, that led him to just continue this tirade of dissing, all right? With his newfound freedom, he kept on dissing the ops, and that includes YG. And, you know, everything sadly culminated in that incident at the festival where Drakeo ended up getting stabbed and losing his life. But this is just one of the prime rants of Drakeo when he got out of jail, and you can just tell he was definitely on smoke 24/7 after all of the time he spent in solitary.
Because he was taking their shine, but now he's back, there is no way he's falling off again.
Seen the police was doing me foul, bro. I was fighting a DP, bro. Didn't nobody open up their mouth to say nothing because of they hate for me, bro. That I was gonna take their shine, bro. And I still got out anyway, bitch. You sit here and watch my fucking lives. Go pillow talk on the nigga, and y'all can't stop nothing. You know why? Because nigga still gonna listen to my shit, you weird ass. All I'm gonna do is keep spending this money, nigga. And if y'all be speculating, watching my shit every day, my stacks don't get no smaller. They been getting larger, family. That gonna fall off, not me, buddy. I don't do that. I don't fall off, buddy. When I first got out, I came out with a bundle. I remember every call that wasn't accepted, nigga. Keep that same energy, bitch ass. I'm the reason that I was able to feed they motherfucking kids while I was in jail, nigga, but stealing my motherfucking style and getting on off that shit, bitch. These niggas try to beat me so much, bro. They start having the attitude like they really me. I've been holding this shit in for 3 years, bro. These is weirdos, bro. How many out of all these that niggas seen out here, bro, that was rapping like and doing all this shit, bro? Did y'all see post me when I got out? All I'm gonna tell you, bitch ass rap, stay out my way, nigga. Cause soon as you think like, oh damn, that tape gonna fly out, I'm gonna drop another one. Then I'm gonna drop another one. I'm the realest rapper from LA motherfucking county, nigga. Name one rapper that was out here, nigga, that nigga beat some shit I beat. Please tell me. Favorite rapper nigga ain't never even been to jail for the shit I've been to jail for. Can't no LA rapper that's out here mainstream say he beat a murder, attempted murder, 5 attempted murder, and a DP.
Drakeo was getting...
So he was rubbing it in everybody's face, all right? Everybody's face that he was back outside, he was back doing his thing. And of course, naturally, that led to him dissing a whole bunch of the guys who are Bloods and wear red from YG's hood. Okay, and he did a pretty spectacular no jumper video, all right, no jumper interview where he was dissing all the ops. He was disrespecting everybody, okay? And a lot of people feel like this actually might have been the reason that YG was so upset with Drakeo, okay? And I do realize that part of my screen has been off the side for part of this video, but it don't matter, okay? It don't matter, right? But there was a whole bunch of disrespect flying around with these, just, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Drakeo was very disrespectful. So I'm just giving you this as context as to why it was crazy that Speed was riding around with YG and got the awful lot thrown at him, man.
Up for an interview on No Jumper once again, this time speaking incredibly recklessly. He opens up by saying that he is a completely different person to who he was in the last interview, suggesting that in the last interview with No Jumper, he was fresh out of solitary confinement and still suffering mental health challenges, saying that now after some recovery time, he's a cocky millionaire ready to hurt his ops' feelings.
See, I'm myself now, so it might be a little... This interview is different.
You were saying that last time you were here...
I was fresh out of jail, bro. I just
different version of yourself?
Like, yeah, bro. I was inside there about like almost 30 months, bro. Like, it's different now, though. I'm a millionaire now. It's kind of different. I think that's what they're mad about. Because everybody was laughing when I was in jail. Same way they was laughing when I was getting booked by the police.
In the interview, Draco would also reveal that he was once again booked for possession of a firearm by a felon after being arrested in that Uber.
So look, Draco was disrespecting everybody.
A confused Adam says that he often doesn't know exactly what people are talking about when they make inside references on his podcast, with Adam inferring that he didn't know what YG was talking about when he came on No Jumper and said that his crew are really gonna get his ops, with Draco clapping back and saying YG isn't really tough.
Sometimes I feel like people are talking in innuendo on my podcast and I'm kind of like not in the loop. Remember the YG interview?
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I didn't really like get
No,
that there
I
were
seen that,
coded
though, like-
messages in there that you would feel a way about.
Nah, it wasn't no coded messages because people are not like that, so it don't even matter.
That's kind of like what he said.
Yeah.
Naturally,
So look, Draco was dissing YG because YG had said in a previous episode of No Jumper that they're gonna get the ops, they're gonna get you. They talking about Draco.
during the interview, YG appeared to have a few choice words for Draco without naming him specifically, explaining that his crew don't do rap beefs, and saying that if they're in a street beef, it's for real, and his goons are really gonna get you.
I'm not finna be going out there doing no rap diss and shit, cause like, if it's smoke, it's really smoke with us. We ain't playing. All that rap beef and all that shit, we not rap beefing, we really beefing. The homies gonna get you.
This appeared to be a
So look, all right, a lot of people were upset about that. They're saying homie gonna get you, and Draco ultimately, unfortunately, did end up losing his life, and it's still an unsolved case. So we don't know for sure who was responsible, but a lot of the bloods around YG were seemingly very happy about it. And look, if you were thinking, oh, it's out of line, how are you calling YG a blood? You putting the blood jacket on him unfairly. Well, YG was gangbanging on iShow Speed in person when they pulled up to Nipsey Hussle's Marathon Burger. Okay, so look, YG, he's still blooding, he's still sue-wooing, all right? He's still throwing up the sue-woo out there in front of iShow Speed. Little hidden coded messages to let everybody know that he's still on that street stuff, man. Look at this.
Were you a gamer? You got your Minecraft headphones on.
Yeah.
What? What? On my bark? Is this a thing that I do?
You a dog?
Yeah.
I'm a dog too. I'm a B-dog.
You a B-all?
A B-dog.
All right, let me hear yours then.
A B-dog?
What dog is that?
A B-dog, bro.
I never heard of that one.
That's like some, you will find out later. See what it's about.
I never heard of that. What's up?
Well, Speed, if you're watching this video, you done found out, man. That's a blood call, all right? Sue-woo, all right? Sorry if people want to call me the feds, okay? But that is a well-known blood call, all right? It's a widely recognized chant, okay, by the Bloods. It's even it's even on dictionary.com, okay? Sue-woo, all right? Sue-woo or sue-whoop. Okay, what does it mean? Let me hear you say sue-woo, sue-woo, sue-woo. The term, along with variants like sue-woo, sue-whoop, or whoop-whoop. We done heard CJ saying whoop-tee, is a greeting, an identifier used by fellow gang members in the Bloods. It's closely associated with Los Angeles and the rapper Lil Wayne, who is a Blood from New Orleans, who kind of popularized the whole thing. So look, Speed is really out here with the real steppers, with the real members, with the real B-dogs, okay? And look, they didn't appreciate the awful lot of cough syrup care pack, okay? Maybe it should have been a little 400 care pack or something, man. Because you know, listen, man, YG got his own clothing brand, okay? I can't show you that picture. That picture's a little bit crazy. There's some bad bitches on the merch page, okay? But look, all right, if you guys are hating on an awful lot of cough syrup, you got YG's 400 brand, all right? You can go and cop some of that, okay? Look at this, 400. Don't call 911. Bro, I'm definitely calling 911. If I start hearing Sue-woos coming at me from the distance, all right, I'm taking off my awful lot of cough syrup and I'm calling 911. I'm not going to lie, though. This merch is kind of fire, so I might have to cop some of this. All right, they got the Young Thug Vest, the 400 hat. We might be seeing iShow Speed decked out with a red bandana on the dead homies, man. It might actually be happening, okay? We really doing merch wars at this point, okay? They got the cherry bomb. What the hell? They got the cherry bomb. It's a male enhancement supplement. What the hell, YG? What the hell are you on, YG? What the hell is YG on, man? That's crazy. And they got the socks, man. We're gonna have to exchange those awful lot of socks with the 400 socks, man. We pushing peace, we pushing all of that. But I do find it funny when you see IShowSpeed. He don't even know what he's getting into at these points, man. He don't even know how much danger he might have been in riding around in LA with the bees like that, okay? But that's no disrespect to anybody on both sides, okay? I'm a big fan of YG, big fan of Drakeo the Ruler, big fan of Ralphie the Plug, all of that. I'm saying I ain't got no beef, I don't gang bang, all right? I'm Trap Disciple Nation, okay? That's the only gang I bang. I'm on TDN, Trap Disciple Nation, none of that other stuff. But yeah, IShowSpeed really getting out here, man. We might need to see him push some peace and link up with some of the Crips in LA too to make sure that he got all the different colors covered. But that's the update, man. A little something different for you guys from the David content, and I'll be back with another video. I got maybe some Young Thug updates, maybe some other street updates. I'm trying to decide what video to do next. I need to do the G Herbo No Limit video, but there's a lot going on right now. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that little update. All right, shout out to IShowSpeed, all of that. I'm out.